Instead of any of you to contest 2027, Kukuma leave the seat for Tinubu. No need to go to the polls and fool yourselves. I dey fear una. I said it is what it is. Instead of any of you to contest 2027, no need to fool yourself, Jonathan. No need to fool yourself, Amaechi. No need to fool yourself, Atiku. All of you should go and sit down. Let Tinubu complete the 8 years of suffer. We no fear that break during the pain what we dey go through right now. I know people will not want to say it, but that's the freaking truth. You all know that the momentum is around Peter Obi. You all know that Peter Obi is the only opposition of the day. When they say "Gbe" just now, before 9 o'clock for morning, election don't finish. You all know. But instead of you to rally round around him, you want to be a politician. You want to permutate and gravitate. Epa, we done Yamona go sit down. Coalition team ADC. If you will not give Peter Obi the ticket, all of you should scatter. Go and sit down. Now you have no zone presidency to where it should be. No PDP don't try zone is going to the south. You people are still confused, moving about like devil seeking for what to devour. If you know you will not be focused, leave us in this suffering. Don't raise our hopes high. Get Peter Obi, for you to come out as vice president, do not come outside. Nobody go vote. Never seen set of politicians that hate their countries like Nigeria politicians. You people know the solution. Rather beat around the bush. Why people die? I don't know, this video is gonna offend virtually everybody. I don't care. My message this morning is simple. If you people will not support the flag bearer of the masses, y'all motherfuckers need to go and sit down. In fact, if you people insist and contest, here we take it that you have been paid to destabilize the masses. Yes. So whatever I'm saying is my thoughts and my thoughts only. Not even trenches thoughts. Now my thoughts. If Atiku insists that after 4 times of trying and failing, if Jonathan comes out at this point and say wants to contest, you could step down for Buhari, but you cannot step down for a Peter Obi. And you know clearly the masses is with them. I hear the smell.
Hello everyone. I've listened to Mama P and it's just so funny, and also her delivery, the way she just says this thing and hits the nail on the head. You just get it that this is what this woman is saying, and that is it. And as far as she's concerned, she doesn't see any reason why these people will be running. What are your thoughts on all of this anyway? I do know there are a lot of people who feel that, hey, it's a free world. Everybody should be allowed to run, and everybody should be allowed to do their thing. The same right that Peter Obi has to run is the same right others have to run. I know there are some who, for them, that's what they are saying. And then there are others who are saying that, hey, what makes you think that, oh, Peter Obi is the one that should be run more than this? Whatever. Anyway, what are your thoughts? I would really like to hear what your thoughts are on all of this. And for me personally, I think it's a matter of being pragmatic. There's a place where you reach in this world, and just like you look at the stakes on the table and you're able to say, hey, why? Just look at what is the best way out of this whole thing. I've said it before, I'm going to say it here again. I said sometimes I wish I wasn't a Peter Obi supporter in the way that, let me talk, and people will know, so it's because you're already his supporter. Well, because whatever I say now, people are going to look at it and say, oh, but you're a supporter, and that's why you are saying it. But for me, it's not really because I'm a supporter, but because that's the fact. That's the fact of the ground. That's what we're saying. Although some will also say is that maybe that's the fact on the ground from where I am saying it, and not from the from the other side of things. Because really, if you look at it, there's something that I've said repeatedly. I'm not going to repeat it here again. The fact that Peter Obi is the only one who has an organic followership, just the way that Buhari used to have those 12 million votes locked down. Peter Obi has these millions of votes locked, and that is for him. And what many politicians don't understand is that this vote is not transferable, because I see a lot of people who are of the belief that, oh, if we get it, if we're on the same time, then maybe Peter Obi is made to support us, or he supports us, then this vote will be transferred to, it's not transferable. There are many people who are going to say that, hey, Mr. Peter Obi, we're giving you those votes. If it's not for you, okay, bye. you people do your own thing, we'll move on. And so you don't want to have that in a situation like this, because if you have someone other than Mr. Peter Obi, what you will get is that a lot of people will not be motivated. A lot of people will not bother about the election. The election will not be, let me use PG sweetening them, because they're just like, oh, what's the difference? It's still the same sets of people. Why don't you just go and sit down and let them sort themselves? And just like, nah, them whoever they then decide to bring out, let it be. But a situation whereby you are having a Mr. Peter Obi, then what it then does is that, look, it then forces people to say, oh, this one is our own, this time we want to see him there. And then people are going to go the extra mile. They're going to come out to vote. They're going to come out and use their resources, their time, their energy to campaign. They're going to come out and say they're going to protect their votes, to be able to say that, hey, whatever it was that happened last year, last time, we're not going to allow it for it to happen again, this time. So there's that difference. And what you actually need is a motivated populace. And I tell you something, when the people are motivated and they're on the same quest, it will be hard for anybody. And I repeat, it will be hard for anybody to come in and say, oh, they're going to rig the election. Why are you going to pass to rig the election? This rigging of election is not angels that do it. It's not devils that do it. It's not wicked people or whatever that do it. It's actually citizens like you and I. It's actually people that are part of this country, everyday citizens that have that opportunity, and then they'll be able to do it. When people now sit down and say, hey, we're not going to allow for this to happen, guess what is going to happen at the end of the day? You're going to have a situation whereby those people are blocking and saying, no, we will not allow this to happen, because then people will not take it personal. Just like you had in 2022, when people were like, oh, I'm running for president through Peter Obi, I'm running for president through Peter Obi. That's the same thing that you're going to have this time, when people are more motivated to come in. In the case of Jonathan, you already hearing there might be some legal problems, although some are also saying, lawyers will come and talk this way, talk that way. This whole issue where you cannot be sworn in more than 2 times. There was a constitutional amendment that was done after he left office, which prevents someone like him from running for office. But then again, there are going to be a lot of lawyers who are going to say, like, look, this thing happened after that. It was the law came into effect after he had done what he did, and so you cannot go back and use something in the past to now judge someone. That's also some of the things that are going to come out. But anyway, sir, it is what it is, and it's left for Nigeria to actually, be the ones to take charge of the soul of their country. Thank you so much, and bye.